So we can see here that for the precedent transactions, it is far out of range. And we can see for the other valuation methodologies for the DCF analysis, it ranges from $2 trillion in the low range to $3 trillion in the high range. And we can see for the sum of the parts analysis here, it ranges from $1.4 trillion in the low range to approximately $4.1 trillion in the high range. But for the precedent transactions, we have here approximately $300 billion in the low range to approximately $1.1 trillion in the high range, which is far out of range from other valuation methodologies. And also here for the consensus research, we can see here clearly that it ranges from $1.9 trillion to approximately $2.7 trillion, which is almost within the range of our DCF and sum of the parts analysis. And also here for the 52-week trading prices, it ranges from $1 trillion to approximately $1.9 trillion in the high range. So we can see clearly the different valuation methodologies for Amazon, and this could be very nice to bring forward the best recommendation for what Amazon entire enterprise value is worth at. So we're gonna be dealing with a recommendation, whether it's a buy, a sell, or a hold strategy on Amazon stock based on these primary and secondary valuation metrics. So we're gonna be doing that later on when we are finalizing our thesis here. So whatever we're gonna be finalizing here, it's gonna be based on this primary valuation methodology. So we have done a lot of work here, and it's very important for us to see how the precedent transactions doesn't really add to the primary valuation methodology, just bet for the fact that it is a widely used valuation metrics. However, in this case of Amazon, given Amazon's large market size, and given the fact that Amazon's business operates in different industries, we can't really assess the acquisitions or the mergers that took place based on different business segments where Amazon's businesses are operating at. So we have limited information in that area, and that is why the precedent transactions cannot really give us precisely the implied enterprise value for Amazon as it was given to us by our other valuation metrics such as DCF and sum of the parts analysis here. So having done that, we can now move to see what we have done so far. And finally, what we're going to be doing next is to output all of whatever we have done in charts, and then we will also come up with our macro economic factors that influence the valuation of Amazon. We're going to come up with that is economic indicators such as inflation, consumer spending, unemployment. So we're going to be coming up with all of those external factors that influences the value of Amazon. So we're going to be doing all of that next. So as you can see, we have covered a lot here, and it's nice to have output everything up to this point. And we can see here the different valuation metrics for Amazon. So approximately Amazon is worth, based on our DCF analysis, approximately $2 trillion to $3 trillion. And we can switch here to see what we did. If we go back to our DCF model here, we can see that we covered up a lot here. And one of the most important things that we did here was our work calculations. So as you can see, we had a bottom-up build work determination for Amazon's cost of capital, and this led us to approximately what the enterprise value of Amazon is. So this weighted average cost of capital is a very, very important factor in determining Amazon's value. So we were able to determine that using comparable companies' data. So we had the unlevered beta, we had the average tax rate for the last 5 years. We were able to unlever that beta and later on relever the beta to determine Amazon's levered equity beta, which contributed to its cost of equity. And we also weighed that cost of equity to Amazon's optimal capital structure, which we said a while ago that in this case we based that capital structure on Amazon's comparable company debt to capital structure. So we were within that range of 5 to 10%. As we can see here, it is within the range here of approximately 7 to 9%. And that was pretty much a very advanced in whatever we did, and we were able to talk about a lot about the target capital structure, how that is very important